I'd like you to imagine what it would mean for your business if you were able to generate leads on demand. These would be multinational or location specific leads that are not just qualified, but they're ready to speak to your sales team about buying. If you're a brand that's selling your product on your own website, I want you to imagine how it would feel to be flooded with orders to fulfill because your pipeline is automating and generating sales in overdrive. I want you to ask yourself, what would it mean to have the systems in place to generate leads for your business in a way that will allow you to scale? These systems will support you in any campaign, whether your interests are in direct to consumer or in business to business. And I really want you to imagine that your brand was identified as the place to go for your product or services on an international scale. What would this mean for you? What would your business now look like? How would your life be affected? Does this sound like a stretch? Well, if it does, maybe it's because you're wary of getting yet another social media tactic, as you maybe have experienced overwhelm. I can completely understand this. If you're a business owner, you must get pitched by marketing people all the time. Your newsfeed on Facebook must be flooded with tons of agency ads promising the next best thing. The key to success to being an entrepreneur is to not get shiny object syndrome. And that's when all of these get rich quick schemes or just different ways to make our business successful is constantly just flooding our news feed, flooding our lives, really. Shiny object syndrome. So because you know that social media is important and you can bring your business to really great places of revenue growth, the problem is though, you might feel like you're always trying everything and anything to optimize your social media, and maybe nothing's worked thus far, or maybe things work, but then it plateaus, and then you're in a position of just feast versus famine. And this is really common for entrepreneurs, especially in the first couple of years of their business. It's completely understandable. You're absolutely not alone. But I just really want to clear something up. So, the problem is many entrepreneurs think that achieving success with social media is just a matter of posting consistent content. No. So, the truth is, you could be posting great quality content, but not be attracting the right customer profiles, or you might not be generating any real significant results to match the level of your efforts. While your business might be generating customers from your online efforts, if you're relying on organic social media leads and don't have a pipeline in place, then let's be honest, you have no way of really knowing what's working and where your leads are coming from. And you can't really scale. This won't allow you to scale. This won't allow you to experience the business growth that you probably deserve from all of your efforts. And I don't want you to feel burnout in your business, and I don't want you to feel trapped. I want you to always be in the zone of genius and living in the passion as to why you started the business in the first place. You absolutely positively need to get a CRM as a foundational tool that you treat as the bank account of your social media efforts. This will be an absolute game changer if you have a CRM, because without a CRM, you really can't nurture any of your captivated social audiences or even your first time customers. You can't nurture them along towards your offers, and you have no system in place to know who your fans are and how to get that new customer to come back. You can't retarget and generate lookalike leads or upsell, cross-sell, or anything of the sort. So without a CRM, it's not going to allow you to leverage all of your efforts to really increase revenue and experience significant business growth from your marketing. So, let me just reassure you, social media is not a vanity tool where the success is based on the number of followers. So, let's consider, just like 20 years ago, in order to start up and maintain a successful business, 20 years ago, you needed a significant investment in print and radio advertising. You needed to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising to really get a successful business off the ground. And social media is a very real way to advertise your business. You can really get significant results for a lot less investment than you used to be required to give. Um, and that was out of necessity back then with print and radio. So now you can put a very minimal investment in advertising in comparison, but you need to build a pipeline. Without a pipeline, whether you're advertising with Facebook ads or whether you're posting to social media, without a pipeline, let's be honest, you're throwing spaghetti at the wall and you have no way of knowing if you're going to get a return on your investment and all of your time and resources. So, just like you don't own your social media platforms, I want to remind you that you do own your email list. Like I said earlier, you do not own your Facebook page. You don't own your Instagram page, your Twitter, or even your Pinterest. And oh my goodness, mistakes happen all the time. They happen to me sometimes, they happen to anybody. You could forget to validate an email, you could get hacked, you could accidentally break an advertising policy, and in an instant, without warning, your page can just be taken away. So, your page or your profile is the property of the platform itself. And while you don't own your social media audience, you do own your email list. It's really important to take ownership of all of your social media efforts in converting fans into real, tangible email subscribers. And let's be honest, so many coaches and consultants don't have an email list. I want to ask you, do you have a firm understanding of who your fans are? Do you know exactly who is looking at your website throughout the week? Do you know who's trying to decide to buy your product or to become one of your clients? My guess is most of the traffic to your website and social pages are actually what I call invisible audiences. This means that you don't know who they are, where they're coming from, and what they want. But if you build a pipeline and put these systems in place, you're going to be able to capture these, what I call otherwise invisible audiences, into your CRM and really leverage all of this information to experience growth in sales for your business. I want to empower you to always have a strategy in place for entry points into your CRM. So earlier I was mentioning how important it is to be posting purposeful content. Purposeful content. So while I want you to start to look at every post as an opportunity and also an entry point into your pipeline, I don't know if you've already heard the saying, your social media needs to have a balance of, oh my goodness, what is it? I think your social media needs to have a balance of 40% sales and 60% entertaining. Or I don't know, there's so many ratios around making sure your social posts are giving entertainment first and really putting sales second. The bottom line is your social media content, it needs to be sharing informative, entertaining, and educating content that grows a fan base of people who know you, like you, and trust you. This is not to say that you shouldn't be taking advantage of every post as an opportunity to really move your audience towards your sales. But whenever you post something, start to do things more strategically. So actually, you can start to offer a hyperlink. You can put a link in all of your posts, which are going to move your otherwise invisible audiences to somewhere that's an entry link into your pipeline. And you can do it in such a way that it does not appear salesy. So you're always giving value first. The hyperlink, it can be to maybe a Facebook Messenger bot or to a landing page in one of your funnels. So I do some pretty amazing things with Messenger bots. A lot of businesses don't understand what Messenger bots are because they're used to seeing them for customer service reasons, but actually you can use, for example, the ManyChat software. I think the subscription can be like $10 a month. to host all of your contacts. And it can work in conjunction or never to replace email, but to work alongside your email effort so that you're giving a link in your social posts. Maybe you're going to offer access to watch a video, maybe to download a PDF, and people click on the link in order to access this, but they also become a subscriber to your ManyChat contact form. And so, in that way, you can actually look at the CRM within ManyChat of all of your contacts and see what offers they're taking, what they're looking at, and how they're really engaging with your posts. So, this is so important. So the key to success is to be really strategic in your offer so that you're always giving back more than you're asking for in return. And also, you're going to have analytics and you really use your CRM for cross-platform outreach and performance.